Yo, Oasis WTS. I wanted to just come onto the channel and talk about some of the people have asked me about the John Squire and Liam Gallagher album, and I wanted to give my thoughts and opinions about it. First of all, I think it's a great album. I don't really know what people were expecting from Liam Gallagher and John Squire. Like, I see a lot of comments online, like shit, awful, and all of this. Like, what were you expecting? This is exactly what I was expecting. It's John Squire noodling over stuff with kind of lyrics that are very simplistic lyrics, and Liam singing the songs. Um, I really don't know what people thought. Uh, like, you haven't even given the chance. Like, the album only came out 2 days ago. There's no way this album create any kind of memory for you just yet. You haven't seen it live. You probably haven't played it more than 10 times. So I think if you listen to an album more than 20 times, and certainly go and see it live, then you've a bit of a better understanding and probably a bit of a better connection with the songs. Like the first time Morning Glory came out, um, the newspapers and critics said, "Oh, it's not definitely maybe." Yeah, because it was different, and this is the same thing. It's different because it has elements of the Stone Roses and the Seahorses, and it has the voice of Liam Gallagher from Oasis and his own solo projects on it. So it was going to be a clash of two different bands and uh, come together. So this is what I expected from it. This is what I was hoping for. If anything, I would say that there's no long guitar solo on it like Love Is the Law. If you've never heard Love Is the Law by the Seahorses, it's John Squire's, in my opinion, his best work that he's ever created on the guitar. The solo on that has a journey. It's a absolutely amazing guitar solo. I'll leave a link of it in the description because I'm sure you might, and some people have never heard it. And uh, yeah, so I think people just haven't given it a chance yet. Um, as I said, the only thing that I didn't like, or the only thing that I thought was missing from it, was a big kind of "I Am the Resurrection" kind of guitar solo, or maybe like a 5 minute stretch solo somewhere in the album. But no doubt, when I go and see it live, there will be a long, extended version of some of the songs. And that's what I'm really looking forward to, is seeing Liam Gallagher and John Squire on the same stage for an hour and a half, playing those songs. I haven't fully connected with them yet, and by the looks of things, either has anyone who has listened to it so far. It seems to be criticizing it. I've listened to it now a few times, and like the opening track, "Raise Your Hands," it's just exactly what you wanted. It's got that Squire tone and it's got lean vocal over it. And the end of it, that stompy, distorted guitar sound at the end, I just fucking love it. Like, Mars to Liverpool, it's a Seahorses-y kind of sound. That lyric, like, Jesus Christ, about last night, I can only apologise. There is some great lyrics in it. And then, like, One Day at a Time has that folk acoustic opening, and John Squire Lickery all over it. And like, with a class lyric in that, and it's kind of funny as well. And Liam says it with such conviction as well. It's like, "You should have fucked me when you had the chance." Um, then "I Am a Wheel," this blues stompy song, and I love the kind of, I don't know if there's definitely a bit of a Star Wars reference in it where it says, "These are not the droids that we're looking for." And then, like, "Just Another Rainbow," like, it's got the bass line from "Rain" from the Beatles. And like, I know people were saying about the lyrics about listing off the colors of the rainbow. I can tell you, when they're playing that live, 20 or sorry, 2,000 people. I'm sure if the album gets a bit bigger, the 20,000 people will be singing that, and they'll be all singing the colors of the rainbow in unison. And like Love You Forever, well, it's got Jimi Hendrix style and with the flair of John Squire over. Like, what more do you want from a song? And then Make It Up as you go along. Like, it sounds Beatley, sure. Like, it's not fantastic. It sounds Beatley, with John Squire playing it. And then like the line in is "Thank you for your thoughts and prayers and fuck you too." Like, there's some golden lyrics in this. Whatever about maybe some of the lyrics that you may not like in it, there's definitely some lyrics that make me smile and know that like there was like Liam's being he was given some lyrics that he could sing with a bit of angst. And then You're Not the Only One. Well, the minute I heard that song, I thought this sounds like Eastbound and Down, the intro to Eastbound and Down. And funny enough, on a recent interview, Noel said that his next album is from a quote in the first series of Eastbound and Down. So if you've not seen Eastbound and Down, it's a comedy about a baseball player called Kenny Powers. It's a fantastic season. I think there's 3 or 4 seasons of it. And then I'm So Bored. People would say about the lyrical content and that. You could easily say that I'm so tired by the Beatles. The first time you hear those kind of lyrics, you're like, what? I'm so tired, I haven't slept a wink. Like, you'd criticize those lyrics like now if you heard that song for the first time, but it's just because it's the Beatles and it's got such legacy to it, and the Beatles can do no wrong. And when you hear certain songs for the first time, you don't know what to make of them. So give this album a shot. And then like Mother's Nature's Son is just a brilliantly sung song by Liam. It's certainly the highlight of the album for me, and I can't wait to hear it live. I just wish that a lot of Oasis fans, Stone Roses fans, gave the album its due course to actually listen, and let's like for the album to give you a bit of a memory first before you shoot it down, because you've only heard it once. There's no way you can listen to an album even 5 times without having something with not having you're not going to have listened to an album for 5 times and have any connection to it just yet. You're certainly going to have to hear it live, and I would say maybe an album you've got to listen to it maybe 20 times. Be traveling with the album, listen to it on your Walkman, walking into town listening to it, or going somewhere listening to the album. I think then maybe you might have some kind of connection to it. Just listening to it on just on the run at the minute, I don't think you're going to have any connection to it. But that's just my thoughts. I think Liam and John did a great job on it as regards the production of it. Even like they can't they seem to be criticized no matter what they did. Like even the album cover was criticized. But if you go back to like the Stone Roses album cover, like that was just splatter paint and they put 2 slices of lemon on it. But like no one criticizes that now, because it became an iconic album over time, because people listened to it and people went to those gigs. So give this album a fair shot before people shoot it down. I'm certainly giving it a fair shot because I actually genuinely like it. And I think when I'm open for it to have more memories when I go and see it live. So, I thank Liam and John for doing this, because like if you said to me 20 years ago that Liam Gallagher and John Squire are going to collab on an album, you'd be like, class. And that's how you should see this, and that's how you should go with it for the time being. I really like it, and it's been on repeat for the day. So I think you should do the same. I think everyone should do the same on giving the album a fair chance anyway. So anyway, that's all from me on this. People wanted my thoughts on the album, so I thought I'd give a bit of a spiel about it. Anyway, till the next one. Adios from me.